Women leaders from all over the world gathered for a historic conference in Vilnius on the importance of the role of women in improving democracy. Around 130 prominent and active women from over 40 countries took part in the conference, entitled Women Enhancing Democracy: Best Practices.
Democracy and justice starts in our educated and free minds. Differences between genders can be removed only by changing the way of thinking, by changing the social environment and general attitude towards women's economic, social and political activity. I myself have a family and 2 children, and I have been in politics for many years. Every day and every hour I try to prove with my work that women can be successful both as a political leader and a mother.
Participants' testimonials and the proposals brought forward regarding women's empowerment in seeking education, a career, and in protecting themselves from violence offenders and discrimination encouraged everyone to make even greater efforts and to better coordinate their activities. Reference was made to the fact that when women are empowered to fully participate in their country's political, economic, and social spheres, they can act as multipliers for democratic change, reform, and economic growth.
In Finland, we made also research concerning the bigger corporations, bigger business, and we noticed that those corporations, those enterprises, which had so-called broader variety concerning the background of the members of the boards, made much better business than those who had only men in the board. So it makes profit.
Therefore, nowadays, without the active participation of women in social activities, politics, economics and business, it's difficult to imagine the democratic development and progress of countries. We have access to data that indicate that if women were able to be as active as men and if their jobs were paid on an equal footing, not only in the EU, that GDP or economic growth would also increase by about 30%. The conference also functioned as a solid platform for exchanging different practices. Certain practices have already been implemented in different countries, and these positive examples were shared and discussed at the conference.
Personally, I believe in quotas. I think that a system where men choose men is not more fair than a quota system, and I believe that from a democratic point of view it is absolutely necessary. We know also that we need a kind of critical mass of at least 30% of women in order to really change priorities and get a better balance in decision making. So in order to achieve that, I think quotas can be a very, very effective tool.
From a Swedish perspective, we have seen that our programs for women in business have been very successful. It is about training, it is about mentorship, it is about innovation programs, and I think this model can be used in rich countries but also in poor countries. And if we support women to start their own business, they can earn their own money, they can do whatever they want with their money, and they can give education in many poor countries to their children.
The lessons learned and good practices will be made available online and disseminated globally. The conference was organized on the initiative of the President of the Republic of Lithuania, Ms. Dalia Grybauskaitė, in cooperation with President of Finland, Tarja Halonen, the Council of Women World Leaders, the European Institute for Gender Equality, the US State Department, and other European and US non-governmental organizations.